Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are well. Today we are doing this week's Forzathon challenges, Lemon and Lime, for those all-important 200 Forzathon points and that much-needed percentage towards the festival playlist. So if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing, and let's crack on with Lemon and Lime. Just before we jump into this week's Forzathon challenges, I just want to say a massive thank you for 1,000 subscribers. We made it, we did it, the hard work has paid off. I didn't even think I'd make it to 100 subscribers, let alone 1,000, so it's incredible to me. It doesn't seem like a lot to most, but 1,000 subscribers is quite the milestone here on YouTube, so thank you all so much. I also want to say Happy New Year, Happy 2020. I hope it brings everything you wish for. I haven't had time to upload much in the last 4 days with work being quite busy and obviously New Year, but I've got big plans here for the channel in 2020. I'm not going to let you know what they are. I've got some goals in mind that I want to reach as well, but I'm again not going to let you know what they are. So happy 2020, happy New Year, and with all that being said, let's crack on with this week's Forzathon challenges, Lemon and Lime. If you're still here after me rambling on, let's crack on with Chapter 1 of those all-important 200 Forzathon points and the much-needed percentage towards the winter season and the festival playlist overall. So Chapter 1, Froggy went a-courting. Own and drive the low-cost bundle of fun that a chap could keep in his bike shed, the 1958 Austin-Healey Sprite Mark 1. This right here is the car in question, the Austin-Healey Sprite Mark 1. Just ignore the dodgy paint job. I have tuned to the top of class S1 to deal with all the chapters in this week's Forzathon. We're running 668 horsepower, 682 foot-pounds of torque, four-wheel drive, off-road tyres, a turbo rally engine, class S1 900, and can be picked up in the auto showroom for 20,000 credits. If you would like my tune, just search my gamer tag Skippy4631 or the file name Skippy YouTube. Own and drive, just as it says on the tin, own and drive. I've had the car delivered to me, so that is a Froggy went a-courting completed. With Chapter 1, own and drive the Austin-Healey Sprite done and dusted, let's move on to Chapter 2, channel the spirit. Feel the wind in your hair and earn 5 drafting skills while racing with your AH Sprite Mark 1. For this chapter, I would suggest the Road Racing series, and then choose any race you like. I'm going for the Derwent Reservoir Sprint. To make getting 5 drafting skills even easier, I'm going New Racer. Now, a drafting skill is when you hook onto the back of a driver's car and draft their clean air. So quite simply, stick behind 2 or 3 of them, and you will see the drafting skill is racking up at the top of the screen. We're very nearly there. Come on, there we go. Challenge the spirit completed, and we're only 10% in to this race. With Chapter 2, earn 5 drafting skills in your Austin-Healey Sprite completed. It's on to Chapter 3, Old Blighty. Get the top down and take your Austin-Healey Sprite Mark 1 out for a 10-mile drive. Fingers crossed for some sunshine. For this chapter, you have 3 options. Option number 1 is to complete the Goliath and earn some credits and some influence along the way. The Goliath is a little over 24 miles in length, so we'll easily cover the 10-mile objective. Option 2 is to head on over to the motorway, probably the quickest way to do it, and just drive up and down until the challenge is complete. Or the third option is to just drive around aimlessly, which is what I'm going to do now. And there we go, Old Blighty completed. With Chapter 3, Old Blighty driving 10 miles completed, let's move on to Chapter 4, Ankle Biter. Zip through the countryside and score a total of 6 stars from speed zones with your Austin-Healey Sprite Mark 1. Head on over to your map and filter by speed zones. For me, I'm heading on over to the Orchards speed zone just below Bamberg Castle on the east side of the map. 3 stars is 95 miles an hour. Although you do not have to get 3 stars, you can do 6 runs of 60 miles an hour, getting 1 star at a time. But if you want to do it quickly, 3 stars is the objective. Here we go then, a fairly big run up, a nice big entry speed. This will probably take 2 runs because we need 6 stars. So I'm hoping to do it in 2 3-star runs if we can. No brakes required here. As you come over the crest, on the brakes, swing it left, back on the power, through the water splash, and there's the finish line at 97.4 miles an hour. That's 3 of our 6 stars. Here we go again then, run number 2, exactly the same as before. As much speed going in as possible. Flick it to the right, no brakes required. A little bit on the crest, swing it left. You can cut that corner, absolutely fine. You can also cut this one as well. We go even quicker at 101.5. That should be another 3 stars towards our objective. There we go, lemon and lime completed. That's this week's Forzathon challenges done. So with lemon and lime completed, let's go ahead and check out the Forzathon shop. So the first car in the Forzathon shop is the 2019 Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, and it is for free. I think this is them compensating for the free car they gave us on the 29th of December, the James Bond DBS. I think this is a compensation for that, as this car is free. We also have the 2019 Porsche Macan Turbo for 450 Forzathon points. As clothing items goes, there's probably one of the coolest ones, the Golden Tash. I believe 100 Forzathon points for that one. And the Windows XP shutdown horn, again probably one of the better horns. Again, probably 100 Forzathon points for those. And if you've got some spare Forzathon points knocking around and you're feeling lucky, go ahead and grab a normal wheel spin for 50 Forzathon points and a super wheel spin for 150 Forzathon points. That there is probably one of the better weeks for the Forzathon shop. The Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, the Golden Tash, the XP shutdown horn, and the Porsche Macan Turbo. That's not too shabby, to be fair. So for completing this week's Forzathon challenges, lemon and lime, you'll be grabbing 200 Forzathon points if you own Lake Lodge. If you don't own Lake Lodge, it's just 100 Forzathon points for you, and you'll be grabbing 16% towards that winter season and that one step closer to the Megane RS. If you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing. We'll be completing the rest of the festival playlist in the next couple of days, grabbing all the rewards along the way. As always, thank you so much for watching. Do hop on over to my Instagram, Skippy_4631. Again, Happy New Year and have an awesome day.